Okay, when we start here, like in a minute, we're going to start by going over, well, we'll talk a little bit about mystery class, and then we're going to start talking about the, going over the interactive, the moonrise and moonset.
Oh, hey, we can unmute ourselves. Okay, well,
yeah, you can right now.
Yeah, I get that. I was going to say something.
What were you going to say?
Oh, yeah. Hey, since we got all of our locations, does that mean we get out of the final?
Yeah, it probably won't be a final anyway, but
wait.
I put your grade in, if you got all three right, as 110 out of 100, so. You guys did pretty good as a class.
Yeah, the 7th graders only got 5.
Well, you know, they're 7th graders. All right. So we are going to start. Okay, any questions on mystery class? There are still a couple of you that don't have mystery class in yet. Right? The answers are already out there. So, Sam, go ahead.
What were the 2 numbers that we didn't get as class?
Let's see. What were they? Sorry, I can find the right tab here. That's not it. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay. Okay, so these are the answers, the mystery classes. Number 4, I don't think we got. And
yeah, I tried finding that one just to try, and I couldn't figure it out.
really?
Yeah.
And I think the other one was the Antarctica, Port LaCroix. I don't think anybody submitted that. I think it was number 4 and 8 that we didn't get. But you know, hey, that's tied at least for our best finish. So, does anybody have any questions on mystery class? Yeah, Caden, go ahead.
Will we get out of anything because we got 3 of them right, or all 3 of them right?
Yeah, pat yourself on the back. There's not really anything I can let you out of.
Amplify. There's amplify. You know, just saying.
Okay, I'm muting Braden. I did put in a score of 110 out of 100 on mystery class final reveal in Power School. So most of you that got it right, I mean, are like have above 100 average for the quarter. But, those of you that didn't submit, we have a problem because the answers are there. I can give you some credit if you can give me your photo period graph, your photo period, your data chart, and your graph, because we're talking a major grade there. If you don't turn anything in, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, because if you keep it a 0 in mystery class, I mean, it was something we had started in 3rd quarter. So for you not to turn in anything is kind of bad. So you're going to have to figure out a way. Email me, you know, if you don't have your photo data charts or your graph. I mean, we'll have to figure out something. Alternatives to that, if you know, I guess what you're doing with your photo periods or graphing that data, then we'll figure out something to get you a grade in there somehow. Maybe write a report on each of the different clues, explain how they narrow down to that city or location. But priority, I guess, the easiest thing would be is give me your graph and your data tables. So at least, because without that, with a 0 in that, there's no way you're passing this class. So we have to get something done there. Right. Anybody have any questions on that? All right. All right, we are gonna start looking at the interactive. So we're looking at the moonrise moonset. I'll open up mine. We started talking about it briefly. So as we're filling it out, you should be filling out yours. Caden?
So I see you posted like 3 different of the lunar game that we had to play.
Yeah, it's because a lot of the classmates of yours never got it done the first time. And there's a due date, and after the due date, then you can't access it again. So I have to put it on there again for them to finally get able to do it. And then they don't do it again. So then I have to, assign the due date to a later date. So yeah, if you already have it done, great. All right, so you should be opening up this worksheet on Google Classroom, and also open up your gizmo. Launch the gizmo, the moonrise, moonset, and phases, which looks something like that. Can everybody get there okay? Any problems? All right. So gizmo warm-up says moon is not always in the same position in the sky at a given time. Sometimes the moon rises in the early evening, sometimes in the middle of the night. Moonrise allows you to determine how the moon phases are related to the timing of moonrise and moonset. To begin, turn on show horizon. We did that the other day. So click on show horizon. The gizmo shows Earth, the moon, and an observer on Earth. The sun is located far away to the right of the Earth. The long white line is the horizon. Click play, look at view of the moon from the Earth, and what do you see? So if you click play, we're looking at this diagram here. Okay, so someone shout out, what do you see? I think you can unmute yourself. Kaden.
Well, when I watched it through, I saw the phases, or I saw like the moon grow and then get smaller again.
Okay, so okay, now it says click reset and set the speed to slow. Click play and then click pause when the moon is aligned with the eastern horizon. So click reset. Drag your lever over to slow. Click pause when the moon is aligned with the eastern horizon. So the eastern horizon is here. I look to the upper left. What time is it? Right here in that frame. Danny?
6:48
Yours was 6:48. Okay, so it might not be.
p.m. She's very confident
Yeah.
in that answer.
Yours was
Good
6:48
answer.
a.m.
Good answer.
Okay, so that's the time.
PM.
Yours was what?
Mine said PM.
Really? Anybody else's say PM? Are you sure, Denny?
It could be. It's probably AM. Because the first time
Yeah.
I wasn't looking in the top left. I was looking at the thing below. So
Oh, I see. Down here.
it's probably AM.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So this is the time of moonrise. Now it says click play and then pause when the moon is aligned with the western horizon. So keep it going.
I just see like little snacking things. I didn't fit for the day, and this is the end.
Okay, if we keep it going, stop it around there.
Fifth graders.
Yes.
Is it fine if we rounded it to 7?
Why did you round it?
Because it's easier.
Never liked him when I.
Well, just put in the exact time.
Can you guess what they did last night? They watched 2 episodes without us. Did you hear me? Because you're not very good at it.
Okay, so if we look at what time it is there. Oh my gosh. Where did my thing go? I lost it. All right, what happened to mine? Anybody else having technical difficulties? Okay. So what time it is on this one? It says 5:42 p.m. So you should be close to that. And that's the time of moonset. I keep losing you guys. All right. So next activity, it says get the gizmo ready. Click reset. Check that show horizon is on and speed is set to slow. It says introduction: for an observer on Earth, moonrise occurs when the moon is just over the eastern horizon. Moonset occurs when the moon has gone below the western horizon. Between moonrise and moonset, the moon will pass overhead. How do moon phases relate to the timing of moonrise and moonset? So that's the overall question. Drag the moon to the left side of the Earth. You will see a full moon on the view of the moon from the Earth. Use the gizmo to find the time of moonrise and moonset. So let's try to do that together. All right, show horizons, set to slow. Drag the moon to the left side. So we see the full moon. Use the gizmo to find the time of moonrise and moonset. So moonrise, can we drag that? Is, let's see. 5:51 p.m. Is that? What do you guys have on that? Anybody? Sam?
I have mine at 7 o'clock p.m.
7 o'clock p.m. So if the moon is on the left side, we got a full moon. I have, okay, like 7:09 p.m. Guess it was just shows it here. And what time is directly over the head? So overhead is we want to put our person right facing the moon. Oh, get close at least. I moon overhead at 12:25 a.m. And then moon set. Drag to the western. And mine's at 4:41 a.m. Okay, compare. In the warm-up activity, you measured the time of moonrise and moonset during the new moon phase. You found that the moon rose at approximately 6 a.m. and set at 6 p.m. How do the times of moonrise and moonset compare for full moon and new moon? Answer? Braden?
Are they like opposite, where full moon would rise at the opposite time of day, and then it sets at the same time the
Okay.
new moon would rise?
Okay. I'm typing, it just didn't show up. Okay. So close to opposite times. Okay, predict. How do you expect the time of moonrise and moonset to change as the moon orbits the Earth? What's going to happen? Is it going to stay the same or is it going to change? Caden?
The times are going to change, but the time that it's out is going to be close to the same.
Okay. My computer's just delaying here. Okay. Okay, so time of moonrise, moonset will change, but it should be out about the same amount of time. Okay, gather data for each moon phase listed below. Use the gizmo to find time of moonrise, the time that the moon is overhead, and the time of moonset. So just where you're going to use your gizmo here. Set it all. Okay, so new moon is where we started at. I wish I could just. Okay, well, close to that. Directly overhead at 11:05 a.m. And the moonrise, if I can get it. There at 6:42 a.m. And moon set. Now 6:22 a.m. Whoops, sorry. That was when it was over. No, sorry, 6. And sorry, moon set was what time? 5:35 p.m. Okay. Boy, my computer doesn't like that at all. Okay, are you guys gonna be able to do that? Get it done? Questions? Okay. Okay, when you're done with the gizmo, right underneath where it says launch gizmo, there's an assessment. So just I'm gonna share real quick to show you where it is if you don't find it. So the gizmo was here where we were running it. Scroll down and there's assessment questions.
Hey, Mr. Richards.
Yeah.
Eli has a question.
Yes, Eli.
So I got the moonrise and moonset doc filled in, but now I can't find where it is.
Oh, so in your Google Drive?
I've checked it and it's not there anymore. Like I'm positive I did it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you find it. Otherwise, I guess you can do it over again.
Okay.
It's got to be there somewhere, Eli. All right, let's look at Amplify 2.3. Okay, in the Evan. Yes, Evan.
I don't understand how to run the sim deal.
On Amplify or the thing we were just doing?
Amplify.
Okay. So the predict moon on 2.3 predict moon phases.
I believe so.
Okay. Let me launch it here. Whoops. So this one is a little bit different, I think, than the other one we were using. So launch it. The warm-up activity is just like kind of figuring out what's different about it. So you want me to share my screen so we can look at it together?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so if we click on the pencil on this, we were able to okay. We're doing that. Okay. What is it? Okay, I'm so confused.
One's for the Earth.
Huh?
The ones that you're choosing of where the light is for the Earth. The bottom ones is for the moon. Like the squares. So try to put it on the Earth.
Oh, okay. Nice job. Okay. So then in the next section, okay, what do we have to do here? Oh, and then we just show what the moon would look like. Then top view. So you have the different phases of the moon, and then you have a separate one about the view from the Earth. So if we look at the question here, right, what do you observe that is new and different? Braden?
This one lets you show multiple Earth Moon relations at a time.
Okay. And make sure that's turned in. And then we're actually going to use that modeling tool for a purpose with steps in the next tab. So on the second tab, it says launch the same tool. You will now make a model and have a chance to revise it at the end. Show how the moon is illuminated at different times. Now you're going to just use the model and show the different phases. Anybody have questions on that second tab? Okay, on the third tab, I think all you have is a video. Can you view the video? Or is that just on my side? You guys see the video on the third tab?
Mm.
You cannot?
I can't see your screen.
Are you able to see your video now? You cannot see the video? Hello?
No.
Okay. All right. If you go to the very first lesson brief, I think it should list it as video seeing the Earth, Moon, and Sun from different angles. I can share it with you if you want.
You've probably seen this view before. It's a full moon as we see it on Earth. We call this the view from Earth. But from space, the moon would look pretty different. Let's change perspectives and see what it looks like. When we move, the moon begins to look different because we are viewing it from a new position. Now we are viewing Earth and the moon from directly above the North Pole. We call this top view. On Earth, we just saw that the moon was full, but from this perspective, we can see that only half the moon is actually illuminated. However, from this close, we can't see what's illuminating the moon. We have to zoom out to see the sun. Now we can see the entire Earth, Moon, and Sun system. We call this system view. Of course, this view is not to scale. If it were, the Earth and the moon would be so tiny and close together that we would barely be able to see them on the screen. Even though this perspective is more complicated, it is still the same moon that we were seeing in top view and in view from Earth. It just looks different because we are viewing it from further out in space. And these aren't the only perspectives. We can move around the moon and take a look at the dark side of the moon. Or we can move to look at the moon, Earth, and the sun from the side. Or we can go back to looking at the system from above again. Now let's zoom back into the view from Earth. Beginning our zoom, we first arrive at top view with just Earth and the moon. Next, we move down to Earth. We are back to seeing the view from Earth, looking at the full moon just as we're used to seeing it. Except now we know that if we are viewing the moon from different perspectives, it can look very different.
All right. So there's the video. Before you guys go today, we discussed a little bit about extending the class. So I'd like, if I don't have your name on the list, then you can go ahead and sign off. If you're on my list, then stay for a second. So stay, please. Braden, Kaysen, Ethan, Trey, Evan, Taylor, Landon, and Corbin. So if your name's not Braden, Kaysen, Ethan, Trey, Evan, Taylor, Landon, and Corbin, you can sign off, okay? All right. So those of you that are left, Grant, yes.
So our homework is 2.3 amplify to finish it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Quizlet. There's a couple of you that haven't done anything on Quizlet yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that for the science contribution thing?
No, that's not you. You're done. You're fine.
Oh.
Quizlet. All right. Braden, I think what I need from you
You need the vocab.
was the vocab.
Yeah, I was at my mom's. I didn't have my notebook, so I didn't remember the words.
Okay.
I'll send them to you now.
All right. Corbin?
Okay,
Braden,
so
you're good.
Oh, I can go?
Yeah.
Bye.
what are you supposed to do on Quizlet? Because we just have, like, when you open it up, there's just the flashcards.
Yeah, you just have to do one activity. I think, Evan, I think you need to do something on that.
Okay.
On what?
On,
You gotta-
on Quizlet.
Do we just screenshot you that and send it to you?
It comes to me. So Quizlet, you're okay, Ethan, also. Ethan, you have to finish 2.1 amplify. There's like the middle tab's not done.
Yeah, and then with the vocab, do I write it in my notebook and then type it?
You can
On
put it
e-
in a Google Doc or just send it to me in an email.
Okay.
Okay. And
The only,
go ahead.
the only thing on Quizlet that's there is the scientist deal.
Yeah, that is it. That's what you have to do.
I thought it's just these slides or whatever though.
What?
It's just like the scientist's name and contribution.
Right. Do one of the activities, either like the flashcards or the quick little test.
Oh. Well, so I did the flashcards. I was going through them, but
Okay. So I mean, what is your, no, I know what your name is, but I didn't see anything registered for you. Ed Puzzle, Landon. Okay, and Evan, you haven't done the Ed Puzzle yet either, the vocabulary.
all right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Where's that at? I can find it.
The Ed Puzzle?
Yeah.
It's Ed Puzzle. I don't know. Edpuzzle.com. I think there's a link on Google Classroom. Ethan?
Am I good?
Okay, so Ethan, yeah, vocab, Ethan, a little bit of 2.1 to finish. And then, yeah, you can sign off.
What about me?
Okay, Taylor, what was it? Quizlet, Taylor, right?
Yeah.
And everything else is done, so you're good.
What about me, Mr. Richard?
Trey, vocab. Yeah, and you're good, Trey.
Okay.
Today.
I still have to do 2.2, right?
Quizlet, yeah, finish up 2.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are our vocab words?
I think there were 7 words for you guys or 5 words?
What lesson was it?
Chapter 1 vocab.
I think there's like 5 or 6.
Okay.
5.
I'll send you the list, Evan, on an email.
Okay, because I might have them. Is it like energy, visualize, absorb? Maybe that's not it. Maybe I'm looking at something else.
I don't think so.
Go to the didn't you go to the very beginning?
Yeah,
Mr.
chapter 1, amplify on the phase change. It'll show you. I'll email it to you. Corbin, what are we going to do about mystery class? And Evan, what are we going to do about mystery class?
What do you mean?
I don't have the other stuff for your mystery class.
I sent you all the charts and stuff.
Last I looked is
I sent you them last night, like 4 in the afternoon or something like that. Because I realized I didn't know you wanted those, but I sent them to you.
okay. Let me look again then. Hold on. And Corbin,
I'll try. I will get them done tonight, and then send them to you either tomorrow morning or tonight.
you should really do that. You know
I know.
why? Why didn't you meet the deadline?
Well, because I was confused on them, but then I got them caught up, but then I didn't get them caught up, and I just got confused.
See you, Mr. Richards.
Yeah. All right. Evan. Okay. So you said you sent me your data chart and graph,
Yeah.
and you sent that to me yesterday.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can resend it to you if you want.
Yeah, resend it to me because I didn't get a notification on it.
Okay.
All right. So Corbin, reach out if you have any problems on it though.
Maybe it's sitting in my email because it might have been loading, I think, and I was just waiting to send it because it wasn't loading.
Okay. All right. So get that taken care of so you can get your grade up to passing level.
Okay.
All
You
right.
are you talking about me too?
I don't know. Am I? No, I guess you're passing right now, but you should be doing better.
Well,
What?
I don't know. I'm really. Can you send me the email of the stuff or whatever?
The vocab word? Yeah, and don't forget about the Ed puzzle.
Yeah, I got it open.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send that to you. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.